gentlemen, dude and dudettes, I am Matt Burns. I am 1/3 host of The Burning Truth. And of course, over with me, I've got the other two great tag teams, or tag team partners.
You know, he was literally a millimetre away from calling us reprobates there.
Yeah, I think so.
I am, of course, the small voice of reason, John Law, and you...
And I am the extrovert, James Irvine.
Rock and roll. Welcome to The Burning Truth.
Pretty much. That's the best way of getting this all pretty much out and done. Just to discuss, we have got plenty of topics to discuss this week.
Oh, yeah.
As always.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Never a dull moment.
No, it never is a dull moment. So with that being said, JB, would you please?
Oh, yes. The following broadcast may contain discussions about topics regarding wrestling and the wider world, which may induce in the participants language not suitable for younger listeners, listeners of a nervous disposition, and other listeners. This broadcast may also contain strobe lighting effects.
So don't say fuck or bugger.
And translation for all that, there may be a few naughty words and topics discussed.
As fantastically demonstrated immediately there by Baron von Irvine. Also known as Chief Swearington.
Who is no relation to Chris Jericho.
Yes, I am no relation to Chris Jericho, unfortunately.
If you were, we wouldn't have the pleasure of your company, I'm sure.
But anyway, with that out the way, I'm just going to quickly go through our usual spiel, which is we definitely 100% support Black Lives Matter and hashtag Speaking Out. If you have been listening to us throughout many weeks when we've been discussing this, you probably know what we're on about, on how much we support Black Lives Matter and hashtag Speaking Out. And in case if anybody wants to know how much we do want to refer to it, you may want to check on some of the past episodes where we have gone on through and explained it in full detail of how much we have an open mic.
Yeah, so we support the case for Black Lives Matter, and we have an open mic available if you'd like to speak out still. If even at this late stage you haven't yet, but you feel that you need to.
Facts only.
Yeah, please don't bring any unsubstantiated stuff that might get us sued, though. Thanks.
Pretty much. But anyway.
But we're going to have to leave that there because, we've got loads of stuff to talk about, so let's get on with it. What is the first topic today?
Well, actually, let's just break it down. We've got our usual non-wrestling corner. We've also got the usual epic wrestling moment. We've also got a fan topic to cover, but more on that later. We've also got to cover a injury that happened on SmackDown. That was also a debut. Oh dear. We've also and on top of that, the next two topics almost go hand in hand. So instead of me literally mentioning them, we'll just jump straight into it.
We'll go into the first one, and that'll probably lead directly into the second one.
Pretty much.
Yay!
It's not just thrown together, this,
Oh, no. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the first topic that we're going to be covering is going to be the sudden release recently of Zelina Vega, which occurred on Friday.
The best thing has ever happened to her.
Some people might say. Some might say.
I predict
just to quote Oasis.
By if you're going to do that, when you said break it down, I very nearly said that in the style of the DX entrance theme, but I resisted. You'll be grateful to hear.
Well, we could break it down little by little. What? You're allowed to do it, but I'm not?
That's not what he's saying. Just anyway, the point is...
I absolutely love it.
Oh, stop crying your heart out. We've got a show to do.
Oh dear.
I just don't look back in anger.
Oh wow, you could always be my Wonderwall.
They're going to be here all day if we continue on with this. But anyway, the point being is we've got to discuss it, and what makes it so weird is how abrupt the actual announcement was.
If I do another one, is someone going to put me in a champagne super knee bar
Ooh.
to drag it back to wrestling just a little bit there?
I see what you did there.
Anyway, yes, the announcement, a bit abrupt, and I don't think any of us saw it coming.
It doesn't exactly. I'm now just going to have to take over for the next few minutes in regards to the Zelina Vega situation, especially where there's all been speculation and a lot of things that we've got to cover.
We've got to cover a lot of ground very carefully. So with that in mind, over to you, Matt Burns. It's all yours. The floor is yours.
Pretty much. Basically, a lot of people were speculating with how it was released on the which was on WWE.com. What makes it so surprising is the release actually occurred literally minutes after Zelina Vega had put out a post in regards to unionization. That she's in support of it. Now, a lot of people were speculating, is it because of that? Blooming hell, that could be some serious hot water for WWE. And if that was the case, WWE would find themselves in massive, massive hot water, as I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if the company was firing it for that reason, it would actually be considered illegal. Now, that doesn't seem to be the case from what has been being covered by Pro Wrestling Insider and everything, and everything with it. On top, what makes it even more of a shock is the fact that this firing occurred minutes just before SmackDown was meant to be supposedly going on the air. So in actual fact, if they had plans to use her on the show, oh dear, that might have just gone out the window and might have
of late 1999 WCW Monday Nitro level. Right, cross out page 7 through 14 of the script. We need to rewrite now.
But then again, we also know that WWE is notoriously known for that with Vince McMahon, especially with Raw.
Yes.
Well, all I can say to Zelina Vega is just don't look back in anger.
I can confidently predict AEW Women's Champion by WrestleMania.
Hang on. Not covered yet. Haven't covered all the footwork yet, guys, so please hold off. The problem is, a lot of people are still speculating over what was the reason. Now, what has been coming to light, the supposed reason in regards to this is to do more so with the third-party applications, case in point being applications like Twitch and everything.
The current ongoing legal situation with people using their wrestling names in things which aren't wrestling.
But here's the problem. If that is the case, then where does WWE stand when her Twitch channel and her other channel, which I'll just state as which is OnlyFans, yes,
yeah.
Zelina
if you want to know what that is, research it in your own time and do so at your own risk.
And also, let me just point out, it is only being used for her cosplay costumes. Nothing more.
Yes. Well, anyway, in her case, it's innocent, but the rest of that's potentially, definitely do so at your own risk.
Not in my eyesight, Tinny.
All I'll say is there's plenty of accountants, as they say. But anyway, the point being is, it is solely for that reason that she's been let go. Now, here's the problem. The problem that they have is the fact that Zelina Vega hasn't been really using her wrestling name. She's also been using her real name more so with it.
And that's been the excuse they were using for her release, and yet she hasn't been doing what they claim that they shouldn't be doing.
Now, the problem is with it is on one of them they could potentially argue because it's got both her real name and her stage name potentially on it. Now, that's where they could potentially argue it. Now, my major issue with the whole thing is the fact that one, OnlyFans wasn't even covered, supposedly, in the third-party application at all. So that could have been her way of trying to use a loophole, but they had taken it as a serious matter and might be basically using this as a, we'll make an example out of you. Now, here's the other problem. They are stating that this is, she's breaking company policy. Now, the problem is with it is the fact is they're wanting to take over something that they've been actually actively running for years themselves, and to completely take over it. Now, all these years, WWE have been claiming that all wrestlers are, what are they?
Yes,
they are
independent contractors.
Now, who can only work for WWE.
Which is a massive fine line and causes discrepancy. Now, the problem is, WWE sounds like they're having their cake and eating it too, because what they're saying is, oh, you can't use a third-party app, it's not within our contract. Well, nothing personal to WWE. They're not employed by WWE. They're actually third-party, they're actually considered a third-party contractor. Yeah. So technically, they should be allowed to be able to continue on using the service because it's not written in their contract.
Which essentially means, anything that they do outside of televised by WWE programming, it's not covered, so they should be absolutely fine.
But at the same time, what makes it even worse is the fact that when WWE are taking over these accounts, essentially what they're also stating as well is, oh, we're taking over your accounts, and any revenue that you gain is basically on your non-down payment wrestling, as in
of course.
For example,
WWE taking the money and then using it as an excuse to pay it back to them in bonuses or whatever. Is that how it works?
Basically, they're using it as part of the same bonus that they get, the limited money that they get for, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, merchandising? As part of that batch?
Oh, for non-TV appearances, merchandising, and miscellaneous other, yeah.
Yeah, basically. So in actual fact, they're not actually gaining any money from it. So what they're actually saying is, once you hit your limit, via to this, you're not getting any more money out of us.
Doesn't anybody else find it slightly odd that this is a minor issue for the WWE to say, in their eyes, it's pocket change, so why are they bothered?
I'm slightly worrying why they've taken what is basically the equivalent issue to a company the size of WWE of, let's say, the money Zelina Vega makes on Twitch, and blown it out of the water and made it into a massive thing when does it really need to be?
Well, take into account, ladies and gentlemen, that bear in mind that Zelina Vega isn't the only person who has been saying no to WWE.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. We didn't know if we could mention that, but yes, we were aware.
Because at the same time, we've also got Paige, who was actually using her real name on her third-party apps.
Oh, Well, no, she's using her real name now because I don't know if you've noticed, but nowhere on her social media is the word Paige apparent anymore.
Pretty much, because there might be that could end up developing the situation even further if anything occurs on top of that. What's also not exactly helped the situation on top of the sudden release with all this is the fact that WWE are potentially being looked into by external sources, and I believe a certain American politician, and this is the only time I will be mentioning politics throughout this entire episode, but it is relevant.
Thing, so yeah.
It is relevant because what they're basically stating is, well, WWE is basically abusing the fact that what is the term of independent contractor, and this needs to be looked into immediately.
Yes, essentially, I think as we've touched upon already, it's an unnecessary load of hot water that WWE has completely unnecessarily got themselves in, and while we don't know what's going to happen, doesn't cast the company in the positive light that I think they thought it did.
There's
doesn't
also
exactly-
a point that we are missing, though, chaps. There's also a point that we are missing here, because she's not classed as major talent mid-carder in the women's division. Am I right in saying that? I am.
But-
Right.
Well, the problem
not-
was...
Let me finish. Let me
Not
finish.
not cast as indispensable talent like, say, your top line people who've been women's champion multiple times are. No.
Yeah,
Naming
well,
no names, but yeah.
Yeah, well, let me finish. This is the problem that I have, is that years ago, do we all remember Seth Rollins' infamous dick pic?
I think everyone's tried to forget it, but
And
yes.
also the amount of outbursts that he's had on Twitter. The amount of times that I wished he would have deleted his Twitter account is...
approximately once a week during the
If
worst period.
I recall CM Punk even told him to delete his Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. But then also, you've got Charlotte Flair, that was also putting out nude selfies as well. Now, explain...
I don't know if that she put that out herself deliberately. I would just like to clarify.
But in all fairness, though, it doesn't really matter, because if you're sending pictures like that to people, you're leaving...
It might not have been sent. It might not have been sent. It was actually off her device, which is the issue. Now, the problem is
it may
she
have
was
been
hacked.
hacked.
But what I believe Irvine is stating is if she's got pictures like that on her devices to be acquired from certain illegal sources or methods, is what you're implying, correct?
Yes. Now, if you will let me continue...
We
Please do.
are. We're just
So
treading
I'm
the
just
water
going to
carefully
tell
here.
you now that I find it wrong that somebody is released like the way that Zelina Vega has been released over something so minor, but yet the top stars are allowed to get away with absolute murder.
Yeah, it
because
is
they bring
that
in
is-
more money. That is so fucking wrong.
just one element of how messed up this is. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we all know I love Stone Cold, but at the end of the day, when he did what he did, he never got the sack. He never got kicked out of WWF.
He
back
didn't
then.
get kicked out. He was sort of was gone and left.
He did
and
voluntarily leave of his own accord, go home for 9 months, and not appear on WWE television, and therefore not get paid. So,
and at the same time, WWE did actually turn around and sort of mention his name multiple weeks.
Yeah, but it's just like I say though, because they are top talent, they are not.
oh, I know what you're saying. It's a case of like,
One rule for
let's
one.
just
rule
use
for another.
hypothetical names here. Rule for one, one for another. Let's just use hypothetical names here. Jimmy Champion, who has been in the company 10 years, is a multiple-time world champion and probably makes more in merch bonuses than Jimmy Jobber, his counterpart, who has been in the company 5 minutes and loses on TV most weeks, does.
Yeah.
Have two completely separate sets of rules to which they have to abide.
Yeah. Now that
I completely agree, and it makes no sense.
it makes no sense.
Doesn't make no sense. Where's my
Don't
monster?
make no sense.
Where's my fucking monster?
Anyway,
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. The double standard has been laid bare. It's massively hypocritical, and well, let's just hope that a positive from this potentially calamitous shit show is that gets addressed.
Yeah, it is, and it also, all the wrestlers have also been shot down and stuck in the mid card when we all know that they are, main title contenders. We all know that they should be there, Rusev, but they get chucked back to the queue because they got themselves over as well. What the fuck's that all about?
Yeah. However, as you say, Seth Rollins can say 7 or 8 things over the space of 7 or 8 weeks that any one of which would get old Jimmy Jobber. I hear they're hiring in TNA. Get out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, as if you are referencing Kurt Angle's promo to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yes.
But anyway.
Me? I wasn't trying to directly, but okay.
But you did inadvertently. But anyway, nice little touch. Yeah. But anyway, point being is, I'm not quite done yet because it's going to lead into the next subject.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
Here's the problem. Well, it's going to lead into the next two subjects in a way, inadvertently. Now, on top of the added pressure of that the whole situation, what's not exactly helped is the fact that it actually occurred minutes before SmackDown was meant to be going on air live. So immediately she's been let go. Now, there was all the speculation and everything. Now, what's also coming out and is only rumoured, so rumour corner as such, is the fact that Aleister Black has actually put in a request to be moved back to NXT, which has been absolutely refused. And in case if anybody wants to know, how does that topic cover into Zelina Vega's topic?
Just in case you're wondering what the link is there.
To simply put, who is Aleister Black married to?
I'll give the listeners at home who are slightly slow of thinking a clue. It's not Shotzi Blackheart.
No.
It also would be not Nia Jax either.
No. It is...
And it's very definitely not Bailey.
Right. Let's just push on. It's Zelina Vega, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here comes the problem, which is going to be added on pressure upon pressure. So, Aleister Black's been technically refused to go back to NXT, and here's the problem at the same time. Why have they refused it?
I genuinely don't know. Please tell me.
There is no reason why it's not been given.
I see. You're asking the question, why have they? Because you don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. And
bearing in mind, the recent returns of Ember Moon and Finn Balor. Yeah, why? What reason is there for saying no to hit one and yes to two others?
And on top of that, what are they exactly doing with Aleister Black on SmackDown?
Oh yeah, a great big pile of nothing.
Pretty much. And if I'm not mistaken, he even got the last time he was on, he was being jobbed out to Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Oh, he's going to have a lot more months of being jobbed out now.
Absolutely. He's going to reach Rusev levels of, congratulations, lad, you're staring at the lights until the year ends in a 5.
Or the Lana effect is what you're referring to, if I'm not mistaken.
Table?
How many weeks now? How many weeks are we currently on for Lana?
Is it 8?
8? 9? I don't care. I've lost count.
What?
I don't know. I lost count.
Being put to the table by Nia Jax.
I actually heard somebody saying that, it's good storytelling. How the fuck is that storytelling? Fuck off.
It's good storytelling, much in the same way that, look, I've made Jey Uso look like a jobber that's been in the company 5 minutes. Next pay-per-view, shall I do it again?
Yay!
We won't mention that again. We won't be mentioning that again because you don't want me being ranting about this week's SmackDown.
We really, really don't. We have to mention this week's SmackDown, which will get you ranting enough, but we don't want to do it more than we have to because we have lots of other topics to get through. So let's draw a line under that.
Quickly, the pubs will be closed.
Quickly, change routine. Routine.
Anyway, the point being is Aleister Black is currently doing nothing.
Yes.
At the moment in time. But anyway, with Zelina Vega being gone, now there's been speculation. Was she meant to be in a number one contenders match on SmackDown?
There is, of course, without tacit confirmation from the WWE booking team, no way of knowing, but that doesn't stop people speculating.
Yeah.
True, because there was talk on the show, because we had Natty Natar talking to Adam Pearce, I'm not an authority member, and also in charge of SmackDown for some unknown reason, declaring that, Natty saying, why have I got to fight to be on the SmackDown team for the Women's Survivor Series match? Well, oh dear, too bad. I've already booked a triple threat to determine it, which was Tamina, Liv Morgan, and Natty.
Yeah.
To have someone from the background come on to play. I think I'll join that. Making her debut, Chelsea Green.
Ah, Chelsea Green. I did wonder where the bloody hell she'd got to ever since she flounced out of NXT, having fired Robert Stone about 2 months ago.
I think it's because Hornswoggle dragged her under the ring.
You leave Hornswoggle's ring out of this.
Lee
Jesus.
Swoggle is no longer Hornswoggle. He's Swoggle on Impact Wrestling, who actually had a match on the last main show, which I'm not even going to discuss that on so many levels.
Yes, because it's wrong on so many levels.
Are we talking the man who was basically the reason for the demise of the previous generation of the WWE Cruiserweight Championship?
He is the man who somehow, don't know how, German suplexed Brian Myers on Impact Wrestling.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Anyway,
You heard him.
You heard me.
Seriously, I absolutely I am fantastically in awe of Kurt Hawkins for his dedication to his job. Sorry, I
Myers.
can't call him that anymore. Of his dedication to his job, but Jesus wept. I bet that looked as bad as I'm picturing it mentally.
I'll send you the clip after the show. Believe me, I just want to hear your reaction to it.
This
Anyway.
is why I said in my blog that it is literally horrible to watch.
Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. So this match featured the television debut on the main roster, about bloody time, because what she's been doing for months, of Chelsea Green.
Which also, we need to point out that before this debut came out, on Twitter, Chelsea Green had actually put up how many days she hadn't been wrestling for, even though she's contracted.
Yes.
Oh dear. Well, anyway, she debuts, and oh dear Lord.
Well, all I can say is...
she got herself in the match by walking down and saying, I'm in the match now. Okay,
yes.
So that's happening.
That's not generally how wrestling works, although sometimes it does, let's be honest.
True,
but yeah.
True. But was she there to actually fill in a spot for someone not being there, essentially?
It's possible, but we'll never really know.
We'll never really know, because, to quote Simon Miller, stuff just happens.
Indeed it does. But I'm guessing right about now, he says, looking at his watch,
Yep.
she's regretting that decision quite considerably.
Pretty much, seeing as everything seems to be going in her direction from the looks of things in the match.
But the debut of Chris Jericho in her mind pretty quickly became the debut of the Shockmaster in reality.
No, I was thinking more or less of the Eddie Guerrero debut.
I don't remember that being particularly terrible.
Him breaking his arm.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Yes, that is not ideal. But that's a nice link into this.
Oh my good Lord, I just figured something out. And take into account that recently we actually have just had 15 years away from...
Very recently, 15 years of the
Latino
anniversary
Peaks.
of Eddie's unfortunate and far too early passing.
I really do wish I bought that signature belt.
Anyway,
Lovely.
I know what you're about. Let me just point this out. Chelsea Green debuted, and when she's on the outskirts about to get back into the ring, she got drop kicked off the ringside from Liv Morgan. Now, at some point after that, we went off the air for a break. And when the ad break came back on, she was nowhere to be seen or even mentioned.
I told you, Woggle had taken it.
At this point, what exactly happened?
No, you can't say it's him because he's in Impact Wrestling. So let's do the sensible alternative, shall we? Let's blame the boogeyman.
What actually happened is she'd gone to the back because of an injury, essentially. Yes. Because instead of her continuing on and could be in a multi-personal match, it can continue on. And as such, what ended up being found out is that her wrist/arm was broken. And in case you wonder why I said wrist/arm, it's because I'll just point this out. Everyone's been complaining on which one it is.
It's been a lot of a case of about as many sources have said each, and no one's really any the wiser.
The problem is where the actual break happened. It's literally in the joint of in between. So you could say it's in between, the wrist and the wrist and the arm.
Yeah. To use a comparison, it's like when I broke my leg/ankle. Basically, your shin bone at the front of your leg. That's your leg, right? But right down at the bottom, where it joins onto the bones in your foot, around about where the ball of your ankle sticks out, that's where I broke it. Does that mean I broke my leg or I broke my ankle? I just don't know. And this is a similar thing.
So it doesn't matter.
So, yeah, pretty much. We'll leave that to the medical experts to clarify that one.
Yes, but the point being, it doesn't really matter because, ouch, that's ruined her debut.
Pretty much.
And The Rock said so.
And what makes it even worse is the fact that I only...
but is it the bottom line?
Guys?
Beg your pardon, carry on.
Let me just point this out, because I almost didn't put two and two together. 15 years ago, when Eddie passed away, and Eddie debuted on WWE breaking his arm.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green debuts on SmackDown. Is there a kiss? Not really.
I'm tempted to say no, not really. But all I've just thought about in that particular scenario is, where's Dexter Lumis when you bloody well need him? Play down the arm injury, just have Dexter Lumis in the crowd staring at her until she goes, and runs away. Boom, job done. Nobody knows she's injured. She just disappears for 2 minutes again.
Every listener right now is probably screaming right now towards JB's direction, but ladies and gentlemen, please forgive JB. He is a week behind on NXT.
Oh, you bastards. He's not injured, is he?
What? No. I'm just saying...
Good.
I'm just saying he's a week behind. So
I just thought you were saying something that I haven't seen yet. Terrible has befallen Recluse Wyoming's favourite son.
No. No spoilers one whatsoever. But anyway, moving on. So at the moment in time, all of us at the Burning Truth would like to state we hope you heal, get well soon, Chelsea Green. And in case everyone's wondering, well, who was rumoured to win the match? Well, that's the problem. The original match winner.
Rumours are one thing, but what
happened
may very well be something else.
No, it's not rumoured. There has been talks with backstage, basically stating that Chelsea Green was meant to be making a big debut and getting into the Survivor Series match. Now the problem is with her now being injured. What does that mean?
Well, there's a vacancy all of a sudden.
And the match is already in play. So they've had to pretty much
call it on the fly.
Now, here's my problem with this situation. Well done, Liv Morgan, who won the match.
Congratulations, Liv Morgan. You won the match. You got the opportunity. That's great. And I would just like to add, well deserved. And
unfortunately, to Tamina, I don't know whether if this is going to be burying it or you just buried yourself. Unfortunately.
We'll never really know.
Because Liv Morgan hit her finisher on Natty, which is like a single leg code breaker.
It's basically like what's it called? The move that Mia Yim uses or used in the Indies,
but with a knee.
Yeah.
Right. Point being is that she nails Natty with it, gets a 2 count. Nope, gets rolled out for Tamina to go for get in, get kicked in the gut, hit with the exact same move. You think he's gonna kick out? It's not a finishing move. 1, 2, 3. Eh?
Yeah. But we all know you've only got to look at Tamina wrong and you can pin her, to be honest, because she's not exactly famous for making use of the fact she's massive and scary.
The problem is, WWE keep sort of... And yet, the last time the last time Tamina was looking like she was a threat, she was ripping through Riot Squad and everybody.
Yeah. It makes no sense, but then... with ever increasing, basically decreasing circles in WWE recently, not a lot ever does.
It's either that, or Tamina got put into the position of she's not taking the pinfall. She's not going to take the pinfall. I'll have to do it, because I'm wondering if did Natty just kick out of the move? So I'm not getting pinned because I need to still be.
It doesn't strike me as the kind of thing that basically, I'm here for the rest of my career and I'll do whatever you ask me to do person, which is what every outward appearance suggests Natty would do, suddenly grow an ego and go, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. But it's possible.
Because she might be meant to be getting into the match at a later date, which could be. It just seemed a bit unusual that the one move didn't work on Natty, but the same one worked on Tamina.
Yeah, it's weird, but...
And we are talking...
Maybe.
We are not talking minutes, by the way.
Minutes.
Seconds.
Yeah, maybe the ref got a call in his ear, and that was supposed to be the finish, and so it was the first thing everyone could think of was just hit it again, because they were told wrap it up. We just don't know, do we?
Slight problem.
What?
The referee was nowhere near.
Hey, I'm just trying to come up with logical reasons.
We know.
Lest we forget with the fatal flaw of having not seen it.
It makes it even worse. You can actually see it. It's on YouTube.
Yes.
But anyway, we digress. But anyway.
That Irvine is doing Morse code.
But anyway, we've covered quite a bit of that.
Yes.
So at the moment, Liv Morgan is in the Survivor Series match because we haven't even got a full team for SmackDown, even though next week they've now somehow got to get 3 people.
That should be interesting. I can just picture a hastily filmed segment in what will later be revealed is a completely different room to the actual backstage area, wherever SmackDown is next week. Of Stephanie McMahon walking into a quote-unquote locker room going, you and you, get in the ring, you're in the team.
No, they won't do that because Stephanie and Triple H aren't appearing. They'll probably get Adam Pearce to it. Or Pat Buck.
Yeah, probably. But I was just thinking Stephanie because, woman in the woman's locker room makes a lot more sense.
No, but
the idea of Adam Pearce being in there is a little bit sort of, yeah, that's not really the.
If it's on camera, if it's on the show, it'll be Adam Pearce. If it's not on the show, it'll be Stephanie.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. All I'll say is, big whoop for due to Drew McIntyre being on SmackDown, getting in the face of Roman. Why the fuck are you even there? To say, oh, I'm going to be fighting you at the Survivor Series, in the champion versus champion match because he's going to be beating Randy Orton.
Please make it happen, please.
To then have Jey Uso come down and says, I dealt with Daniel Bryan, I dealt with KO, and I'm now going to deal with you now, Drew. And you can guess what happened.
Claymore!
Jey Uso jobbed.
Pretty much in a unsanctioned match.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, on SmackDown. A unsanctioned match that had rules.
An unsanctioned match that has rules.
Yeah.
Yes.
That,
Hashtag WWE logic.
That at some point, I will say how they got into that situation of, Uso taking advantage, doing some brawling, getting ready. I'm setting up for the big kick. Claymore! Holy crap. He just took his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Roman did that not long ago. Ugh, God, I just felt a hairball come up in my mouth.
What, you mean?
Wait.
The Claymore was a little bit like the one at the Royal Rumble where Brock Lesnar clearly said, "Listen, son, you're gonna have to hit me with it because I ain't selling it if you don't hit me hard."
Pretty much. It was like, I think he might be missing teeth.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But anyway, it's a nice build-up because I will say that is a match I definitely want to see.
Yeah.
What, Reigns versus Galloway? Sorry, McIntyre.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah,
But
just so I could watch Drew McIntyre take off Roman Reigns' head.
The only problem is Randy Orton is the champion right now, and if they do that, my big issue is, why did he take the belt off fucking Drew?
So that they can say Drew is a 2-time champion. Come on. Oh, and also, by the way, you know why as well, don't you?
Go on.
So that once Drew's won the title back and beat the living tar out of Roman and won that match, The Miz can cash in. And then sometime down the line, like probably next week, hey, Drew's a 3-time champion.
Don't you dare say that.
You know it's going to happen.
It's
No,
not going to
It's
happen.
the thing
It's not going to happen.
least in the universe.
It's
So
not going to
that
happen.
means WWE are drawn to it like flies to shit.
Listen, I'm sorry. That is not going to happen. It's going to be far worse than that. It is going to be Randy Orton somehow gets a rematch clause again because he's fucking Randy Orton. Drop Drew. Claim the record of most championship wins, or beyond 15, I think.
I think 50.
Tying. And then Miz come out and cash it and then win it off Orton again.
Yeah, the net result of which, after, a 2-3 week, the Miz is champion for a second time, hooray,
Wait for
jolly.
it.
The net result will be 3-time champion Drew.
No. For then Randy Orton to win it back again and break the record and also be able to have his match against Edge at WrestleMania.
You thought my scenario was bad. It turns out that was just the crop of a shitberg.
There you go. And we'll see which one WWE picks. Or checks payable to the Burning Truth. And we definitely want to have checks this time. WWE.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. WWE. All checks
If you
may
screw
pay
this up.
Truth. Yeah. If you actually do either of those things, the compensation will come in very handy. Because we will never watch your product again.
Anyway.
Well, that's a lie, but...
Anyway, with that all being said, we've now got to get on to a topic that...
Is it? Dun, dun, dun. The fan-suggested topic.
It's a fan-suggested topic.
Rock and roll.
Would you like me to do it?
I would like you to introduce it, yes.
Or
and
would
then
or would Mr. Irvine like to do it?
Oh, Mr. Irvine now, am I?
I thought it'd be nice.
You can be Count von Irvine if you so wish. We're just trying to be polite.
Or Baron von Irvine.
Quite you.
Come on in. Hurry up, they'll be closed.
So, here we go. We have a very, very, very tough and interesting topic to cover now. We have literally been racking our heads for the last few days over this. Which mid-carders do we think will be pushed to main event status?
And this is not limited to WWE, if I'm led to believe. It's wrestling wide.
Pretty much.
It was left open to interpretation, so I'm
Oh,
assuming.
I see.
Yeah. So in actual fact,
including, by the way, a 45-minute conversation at 3 a.m. between myself and Matt Burns a little while ago, which the majority of which was about this and was inconclusive. So this should be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll mention the fan name, which is John Ken Andrews, and we are now going to discuss who we think will rise from the mid card into main event status.
Yeah.
Are we going to do it
promotion
promotion by promotion, or?
I think so. If we do Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and then jump to AEW and then Impact.
NXT UK?
Yeah, we'll do NXT UK as well.
Yeah, NXT UK, yeah.
Okay.
Where are we leading first?
Shall we start with... Are we going to start with the outside WWE stuff, or did you want to do that last?
Yeah, let's start with the outside.
Let's do Impact first.
Yeah. I'll let you start with them.
For Impact, I'm in two minds with this one. For me, for the main championship, because they have done some interesting stuff with these.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I could go for one person, but then they've already been the champion already. But no, I'm going to aim for somebody who hasn't been a Impact World Champion
Yet.
And it might be one that no one expects.
Really?
He is a former WWE wrestler.
Ah, well, I have also picked one of them, and wouldn't it be hilarious if we'd picked the same one?
Would you care to mention yours?
No.
Well, I have two.
I've got one.
It is either the thrusting, young, up-and-coming talent, who I must learn not to call Kurt Hawkins.
Nope.
Brian Myers, that's it.
Yep.
Or the other option is the artist formerly known as Sawyer Fulton.
No.
Now, I believe known as Madman Fulton, as if that wasn't generic.
Yes, Madman
enough.
Fulton. And I actually gone for somebody, neither of them, but yet has been linked with Brian Myers.
Ah. What? No. Zack Ryder's in AEW.
Nope,
And
outside.
don't call him Zack Ryder.
Outside. He's also friends with Brian Myers. Heath.
Oh, okay.
The man known as Heath.
Heath, don't call me Slater.
Pretty much.
Ah.
And I know
There
you're
you go.
thinking, what? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because he needs his redemption story. He needs to win the Impact World title so he can then come back to WWE and win the WWE title so that every member of three-man band has won it.
Bucket WWE, bucket. Anyway.
Get it done. WrestleMania.
Pretty much. Heathamania. Anyway, how about yourself, Irvine? If you don't watch Impact Wrestling, you can say, and we can move on.
I don't like Impact Wrestling.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I know. I shall go for an up-and-coming star in Ken Shamrock.
Okay.
Never mind the fact that he was the
Much as I
first.
I'm actually surprised you didn't pick TJP there. Or maybe that young, thrusting, up-and-coming talent for the future, Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, yes. What about Rhino? You know, come
He's
on.
been champion.
What about RVD and
Been champion.
all the new, fresh,
Oh,
up-and-coming
yeah.
talents?
What about it's still a stupid name for a wrestler, and they still don't seem to learn. Suicide.
Yeah. Suicide.
Could have been Manic. Anyway, let's just move on.
No, because if it was Manic, it might as well have been bloody Black Rain, and let's not go there.
I hate to say that.
Don't mention that name. Don't mention that name. No. We don't want to be getting banned from Dustin Rhodes on Twitter. Don't do that.
No, nothing like that.
Don't mention that name.
The only like wrestlers that I like on Impact are the Good Brothers. So
Oh, congratulations! Speaking of which, congratulations to them.
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't like any other wrestlers on there.
No, I'm not a huge fan of most of their roster
missed
at the
that,
moment.
Didn't you, Irvine?
What?
Congratulations to the Good Brothers.
Congratulations.
You've won
Impact
the
Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
7th most important tag team championships in the world of wrestling. Well done.
Anyway, let's move on to the next company, shall we?
Yeah.
Would that be the company known as
All Elite
Absolute
Wrestling?
Egomaniac Wankers?
All Elite Wrestling, and please respect it. And if you're going to be insulting it, make sure to be watching it.
Ooh.
Handbags at dawn, Mr. Burns. Okay. And also, I have been known to watch 1 or 2 episodes of the show, whatever the hell their TV show is called.
Dynamite.
Explosion, that was it.
Dynamite.
AEW presents TNA Explosion. That's the one. Anyway, I'm going to have to sit this one out because I am in a similar position to Mr. Irvine in that I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit about most of AEW's roster.
Right, fair enough. Have you got yours, Irvine, or shall I go with mine?
I'll let you go first.
I'm good. It's an odd one. I thought I was going to be struggling with this one. Genuinely thought I was going to be struggling with it. And oddly enough, I'm going to have to go with somebody who has already attempted to try and jump into the main event status and win his first main championship on AEW.
Yeah.
So far hasn't. And before you even state it, we're not on about your favourite wrestler.
Oh, you mean the cheap £1 shop John Cena?
I'm actually stuck between two. To be
Who are you referring to with that, by the way?
He's referring to Eddie Kingston.
I was going to say.
I was referring to Eddie Grant. Oh, no, sorry, Eddie
Kingston. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Anyway, the two names that come into my mind is the latest Inner Circle member, MJF.
Yeah.
Or the recent returning wrestler for AEW. Or returning.
Yes.
None other than the bastard Pac.
Yeah.
I
absolutely love Pac. He's absolutely brilliant, and he looks jacked.
He looks like he's just... And what made even weirder is the promo we cut the week before is, I've been sitting at home all by myself, not having anyone around me, none of my friends, and in that time, I've been, I haven't missed a step. I've been training. But at the same time, you can also see his psychosis. Suddenly he's becoming more deranged.
Yep. I would agree with you on that one.
Which one?
Pac.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of MJF.
I'm really, really not.
I am, because...
The more I see of him, the more I'm just like... Get off my television.
And that's the reason why I think he will. Because
but the thing is,
you
right,
naturally hate him.
You see Cameron Grimes and you think, my God, you're annoying, but you're good at your job. You see MJF and you just think, my God, you're annoying, can they fire you into the sun?
I was actually hoping you, when you mentioned Cameron Grimes, you mentioned his line.
What?
He annoys you to hell. He annoys
me so much that I think they should send him to the moon.
Yeah. But anyway.
But
True.
yeah, anyway,
But-
serious question about
I
AEW because I'm just looking at the roster here.
Yeah.
One, the guy called Angelico.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is this the same Angelico who I watched on the WWE Network on one of the either 2018 or 2019 Progress shows?
Possibly, yeah.
And is he in a faction with... Is that Jack Evans the same Jack Evans who...
Hybrid 2. Yes.
Is he the guy that was like causing all the controversy for doing stupid shit like 10 years ago?
Oh, you mean the flippy D's, flippy doos, and 360, 450s, and everything?
Is it the same guy?
Pretty much.
Has he like learned some ring psychology and stuff?
He still does his crazy stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why they're called the Hybrid 2 now. But anyway, I've got a third potential
Hmm.
for
Yeah.
AEW, and he's actually linked with MJF.
Okay.
Wardlow.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Off the back of MJF.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. But no. I'm not sure. Not sure about that one.
Or better yet, I'll go for the other two surprise ones. Hurricane. I mean Shane Helms. I mean whatever name he's using now.
I'll tell you what. I'll weigh in on this just briefly.
Or shall we even go with Gangrel? I mean David Heath.
I'm going to pick that thrusting young up and coming talent, Miro.
Oh, you mean Best Man Miro?
Yes.
I'm Miro.
I'm fine
No
with that.
less.
I'm fine with that. And as we mentioned, AEW, congratulations to TNT making their debut as well on AEW Dark.
Yes.
If anybody wants to know who TNT are, they are the sons of...
Devon Dudley.
Really?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair play
Congratulations,
to them.
guys. You'll make a fine addition to the tag team division. Keep working on it.
Epic.
You'll do well. But anyway, let's move on to the next
quick
company.
question, just because I'm looking through the AEW roster.
Yeah.
Who in the blue hell is Peter Avalon? And has anyone ever more justified the nickname the Librarian? Jesus, what is going on there?
Shh.
See, this is why I don't care about AEW. Who the
It's
hell is
actually-
that guy?
It's actually quite funny, even though it's annoying. It's funny.
I just got good almighty.
Can I reel off mine now?
Please.
Feel free.
Right, so I'm actually going to go with the two Matts, Matt Seidel and Matt Cardell.
Cardell.
Yeah, Cardona, sorry, Cardell.
Matt
Oh,
Cardone.
Cardona.
Cardona, not Cardell.
I can't
So
see
I'll-
Cardona at the moment because he's got limited appearances at the moment.
This is my opinion, shut your face.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Seidel.
yeah.
No,
You
I'm
can't-
joining in. Seidel, I can see it, just as long as he's not slipping off the that same corner.
Well, tell everyone to stop rubbing baby oil all over the ropes. You'll be fine. But I shall also go with Pac and Miro, not so much because he seems to be stuck in a storyline which I'm not a fan of.
Oh, what a surprise!
Let's just put it this way: he could have been debuted at something much better.
Top of the card. Anyway,
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I must just make a point here because we didn't do it for Impact, but we probably should in the name of equality.
Yeah.
Women's division.
Oh yes. Yes, I'll let you two handle that.
Kimberly.
Really? Okay.
For Impact.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely.
I don't know any of the women in Impact. I'm just looking at the AEW women's roster page, and that's what made me think of it.
No, Kimberly for Impact.
I'll go with
she's
you
an
on that.
absolutely amazing star, and if I'm not mistaken, she was actually the main champion of Chikura Pro Wrestling, beating and JL, and I believe Irvine's going to be laughing his head off at this.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston.
Fuck you, Kingston.
Anyway.
As far as AEW women go, looking at the roster...
Britt Baker.
Okay, you say her, that's fine. That's your opinion, you're allowed.
Abaddon as well.
What?
Okay.
Abaddon.
That's a weird name, but yeah, the whole...
The look, she should be pushed, but they won't.
No.
But she's injured at the moment.
Living Dead Girl. Where have I heard that before?
Anyway, are you going for your pick?
Yeah, Tenara Conti. The woman that I can't understand why NXT let go. Limitless potential.
Nope. Won't be happening anytime soon.
Why? What's she done?
No, she hasn't. She just seems to be getting only in tag matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would say Serena D, but can't because she's the NWA champion.
Ah.
But she's already a champion. I would say Thunder Rosa, but she's already been in the main event and she's already going for the NWA championship. For me, I'm stuck between a few people. Britt Baker, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Leva Bates, possibly?
You took the word straight out of my mouth. If they allow her to wrestle, that is.
Yeah. Get her blue pants on. Get her in there.
But one that I do not want to come up is Big Swole.
Purely on the point of view that all I ever saw of her was when she was called Ariel Monroe in the Mae Young Classic, and I was not impressed then. I quite agree with you.
Yeah.
How about the debut of that new female wrestler?
Oh yeah, for the what title was it again?
No, not that one. She debuted on Cody Rhodes.
Oh God, yes. I haven't watched Dynamite, but I did catch a clip of it. Yeah. Oh.
Who? Someone who's new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's so weird is I believe
she's got excellent promo skills as well. Excellent promo skills.
All right.
I believe was it Rose or something?
Well, you're not talking about this woman who I've just alighted on the profile list, who genuinely just looks like she's actually a member of the announced team, but she's also apparently a wrestler, referred to simply as Mel.
I'll jump onto that now for you. I was looking into it. Nope, definitely not.
Because I don't know who she is, but
she
okay.
She cut a really good promo on Cody, and just wow. She looks absolutely amazing. I hope that she can wrestle like she looks, because...
Right, okay, let me see. Was she Japanese?
No.
Nope.
So it's not Yuka Sakazaki. Okay. Tenara Conti? No. Shanna? No. Serena D?
She's not on the list. She's not on the list.
Okay. Oh,
she is not on the list.
Wow.
I have the new name.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill. Her name is.
That's there.
Okay.
Yep.
Jade Cargill. I will say this to you.
Yeah.
She does look like she could be something like a bit of a big star, but at the same time, the promo she cut was absolutely brilliant. However, I did expect Brandy to come out much sooner.
Yeah, I was just about to say I was expecting it to come out sooner.
Although the reaction.
Was that what you sent me?
No. All I'll say
The
to you
promo
is.
of Brandy Rhodes absolutely going off on one.
Oh. No. All I'll say to you is this. Immediately straight after, Brandy had just literally just, declared, I am your boss, essentially. And what was her reaction? As Brandy turns around to smack her on the rear. To tap her on the rear.
Eek.
So,
dear.
It's not big and it's not clever, folks.
Yeah, I was about to say, there is a movement out at the moment. It's called #SpeakingOut. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but
just because it's a woman doing it to another woman doesn't make it all right.
However, Brandy's reaction immediately was her turning around and ready to pretty much just spark her the hell out for Jerry Lynn to get involved and saying, whoa, we don't want all hell breaking loose.
Yeah, so if it was a work, that's fine. But if it wasn't,
yeah, well,
it's not good. In poor taste.
Yes.
Poor taste.
All right, okay, just before we move on from AEW.
What makes it even worse is the fact that the way she came across, it almost looked like she was trying to belittle Cody Rhodes, while also almost looking like she's trying to say, I own you.
Yeah.
For Brandy come out, rip into it, and I mean rip into it, and she's like, go away, little puppy.
Yeah, that is, a bit worrying. Right, just before we move on from AEW's women's division, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who is Penelope Ford, and when is Chantal Jordan kicking her ass for stealing her nickname? That's all I have to ask about that. Because as she is, her photo with the sunglasses and the green leopard print on, the nickname, the bad girl, just doesn't seem appropriate somehow. I've not seen her in action, so I don't know what her actual attitude is. But
the difference is Penelope Ford can probably get away with it a lot more than Carmella. She did actually wrestle for Combat Zone Wrestling.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So, in actual fact, she's probably got more rights to that name than Penelope or Carmella, who is now on her rebrand. And we didn't mention her simply because.
Well, no, we haven't got to WWE yet. I didn't say Carmella. I said Chantal Jordan. But okay.
Oh, Chantal.
The bad girl.
And she's not known as the bad girl now. I don't think. Is it the bad girl? Oh no, yeah, she is the bad girl. The difference is that's an American, that's his UK. There you go.
Okay. No, fair enough.
There you go. Done. That way.
Right, moving on. Right. Which part of... We've done Impact, we've done AEW. Are we going to do Ring of Honor?
No.
That answers that then.
Because, believe it or not, as much as I would love to cover ROH, we only had to... And it's not because we don't like it. Here's the problem.
Because we think it's particularly flawed. No, it's just we only have so much time, and we've still got to do 5 WWE brands.
Anyway, moving on.
So let's start with the least important WWE brand first, Raw.
Let's, shall we?
Yes. Raw.
Who wants to go first?
I think JB should go first this time.
Yep.
Okay. WWE Raw roster.
He's in a pickle.
I'm just having a quick look through. Let's see. Oh, there is only one thing I need to do at this point. Sorry, just bear with me.
Right. Anyway,
There's
I'll
only one
take
thing I need to do at this moment.
Do get it off, get it off.
I'm trying to turn it down because I can't stop it. There you go. That is a 3 second. That is less than a 3 second clip, which, as I learned from my radio days, means we're safe.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
I'm just.
But yeah, anyway.
Yes.
Also, I didn't play any of the music. That's just a sound clip, which, by the way, obviously isn't part of the music because they retained it, even though they binned the rest of his entrance theme. So
Anyway.
I think we're safe.
I'm
But
just
anyway,
thinking
yeah.
we need to cover ourselves on multiple times. But anyway,
That man right there.
you're on about
It's
Mr.
going
Baskin.
straight to the moon.
Can't say his name.
The limitless one, Keith Lee.
I would agree with you.
I know he's not because of, stuff, but this is who we want to, not who we think will. Although it's a bit of both, but yeah.
This is who we think will.
Yeah, him, all the way.
All right. That's your Raw guy.
The
How about
future of
you, Irvine?
Raw.
Or shall I go first?
No, I'll go next. I am torn between Murphy and
Wrong show.
no, sorry, not Murphy. Fuck, I've scrolled too far down. Sorry.
Wrong show.
Yeah, Raw, man, come on.
Yeah. To be honest, I would say Keith Lee. He's the only one that's got any.
Well, when you're looking through the list and you're on Keith Lee and your second choice is Ricochet, which won't happen, and your third choice is Tucker. You know that it's a thin field.
Oh, Tucker's getting buried.
I was just
Tucker's buried.
Yeah.
When I said Murphy, then I was like, hang on a minute.
He's on SmackDown.
Yeah. I was like, hang on a bloody minute.
But then again, WWE doesn't pay attention to the draft these days.
No. We
Even
all
the
know.
internet, apparently.
So yeah, we're going to have to go with Keith Lee on the basis that who else is there? It's hardly going to be Slapnuts or any of his Retribollocks friends, is it?
Oh God, slap nuts.
Right.
You pair have gone down that route.
Yes. You haven't.
Correct.
Have you picked thrusting young up-and-coming superstar Titus O'Neil?
Not Titus World's Live, no.
Okay. Good. Who have you chosen?
I've gone for two. One of them, I know people are going to be grunting at because he is a current champion at the moment in time.
So you're, not that much of a step up, but yeah, okay.
But I feel as though he could potentially jump into the main event spot if they actually put some time and investment into them.
I think I know who you're going to say. However, I'm not going to spoil it, so just say it.
I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley for one of them.
I was wrong.
Who did you think?
I thought you were going to say possibly the best actual pure wrestler on the Raw brand who hasn't currently been pushed to this moon yet.
Yeah.
And the man currently saddled with the gimmick of being R-Truth's foil for the 24/7 championship. Mr. Drew Gulak.
Oh, no. It's actually because of his interaction with Drew Gulak that made me absolutely hilariously laugh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I believe Mr. Gulak, when he had the 24th champion, decided to come in, speak to Bobby Lashley like he's a friend, and Lashley went for gripping around the tie to choke him the hell out, and the tie came off because it was a clip-on.
Oops.
To which point, MVP is like, seriously, dude, you walk up to the two most flyest guys with a clip-on tie. And he's like, well, I thought it'd be practical just in case if someone tried to choke me with my own tie.
Yeah.
Which is clever.
It's a good recovery.
It's a really good recovery.
Yeah.
By the way, the reason why I think he should be in the main event status is because look how dominant he was in Impact Wrestling when MVP was in his corner, dubbing him Walking Armageddon. He looked like a freaking machine. Like a
can
champion.
he have that nickname in WWE, please, rather than you don't spell almighty like that, you bellends.
And take into account his finisher is called the what was it?
The Hurt Locker.
The Hurt Locker.
Well, the Hurt Lock, but you know everyone's going to just call it that anyway.
Yeah, the Hurt Lock.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. But the difference is, the reason why I think it'd be interesting is the fact that he has a legitimate case to going for the main championship. He just needs to drop that US championship to a worthy person and jump into that main event status.
Were you like me with Bobby Lashley when he came back? Did you think, like I was thinking, that he would beat Brock Lesnar for the championship?
No.
I genuinely thought that the only reason why they were bringing him back is because they thought they need a beast to kill a beast.
No, I didn't think that.
Although that, I would have thought of that if they didn't try to make it look like they were going to do that to then can it.
Yeah.
I didn't think that for the simple reason that when he first returned and he had the T-shirt on that said "Back to Dominate" on it, you could clearly see the gaffer tape where they'd stuck gaffer tape over the black shirt to hide the next line of the T-shirt, which said "The Mid Card."
And the other pick is going to baffle some people, but when I explain it, it'll all come to light.
Okay.
Andrade.
I think he has the old albatross around the neck for any wrestler. Limitless potential. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if he's going to realise it.
Oh, no, he has. And the scary thing about it is, who's fighting in his corner?
His identical twin brother.
Nope. His missus.
Oh, yes.
In case anybody did forget who his missus is. Does anybody know who the missus is? Anybody?
Woo!
Close enough.
Misery. Dead air doesn't entertain.
It would be none other than Charlotte Flair.
Oh, goody! They're transitioning Charlotte Flair into a manager. Good. She never has to wrestle again. Everybody wins.
No. She's going to be coming back as a wrestler. We already know because she's already been shifted over to Raw, even though she hasn't been on TV for God knows how long.
And no one's complaining.
I am.
You're complaining that Charlotte Flair hasn't been on television? You sadist.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Or are you... Well, oddly enough, I'm complaining that she hasn't been on TV. And do you know why I'm complaining? Because why the fuck did they actually put her name in the draft to have her announced that she's moving to Raw when she hasn't even turned the fuck up?
Well, here's another thing. Moving on to the women's division for Raw, quickly and abruptly, I will pick Charlotte Flair.
Fuck off!
No, moving on to the Raw Women's Division, according to digitalspy.com, which is where I'm getting the roster lists from, nestling between Dana Brooke and Alexa Bliss on the list is a superstar, apparently, called Raw. Bit of a typo there, I think, Digital Spy. I don't know who you meant to type, but that's the name of the show, not the person. Well done, idiots. I'm just looking, and no, it doesn't actually say SmackDown randomly in the middle of the SmackDown list. But since Charlotte Flair's name is not on that list for Raw, do you think they might have meant her?
No.
Maybe.
Anyway, my pick for finally breaking out, assuming that all goes well and, she doesn't get told to stay at home because of coronavirus anymore. Nikki Cross.
Yeah, I could go with that.
We can't go with Nikki Cross because, if I'm not mistaken, she actually ended up losing to Lana a few weeks ago.
I would also go with Lana as well for having the push.
Yeah. Because her and Dana Brooke are clearly going to win to women's tag team titles.
I'll climb my nose.
Okay.
Don't stand on the edge of the apron, Lana. You'll get put through the announcer's table again.
It's almost like you want it to happen.
Yeah.
I've got two names.
Have you?
Well, yeah, we've mentioned
Would it be
4,
Matt
and there's
James?
only about 7 on the list.
No, I've got two people to pick from for the female Raw side, who unfortunately have actually been paired up in tag teams, even though one of them just recently broke up from her former tag team partner.
Do you possibly mean one of the irritating Australians?
Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
Nah.
I can see because she can legitimately wrestle.
Yeah, the trouble
She
is,
can.
it's great that they split her up from the other irritating Australian because she can't, but no, she hasn't got the ability to stand out that far above the rest of the roster.
Yeah, I'd agree with
but
JD
the
on that one.
the problem is they not even give her a chance a week on her own by instantly pairing her up with Lacey fucking Evans.
Yeah, the reason why they won't give her a chance on her fucking own is because her voice grates on everybody.
So they paired her with the other person whose voice grates on everybody.
Yeah.
Who's almost turned into the female Big Show.
I'm a face. I'm a heel. I'm a face. I'm a heel. I don't care. I just punch people. Yeah, I can see the comparison.
Punchline.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the Big Show can give a good fist. Oh, no, sorry. Oh.
WMD.
Let's just not say what I was going to say out loud for legal reasons.
Leave it there. The other pick. SmackDown? Wait, the other pick
hang on. Yeah,
is Mandy Rose.
Yeah, that's... Nah.
No, I can because if they actually give her the shot, but the problem is...
Well, no, I can see him giving her a push, but I don't think the crowd will take to her.
The only push that she would get is Vince McMahon pushing her into a pool filled with mud.
Or custard.
Or custard.
I thought you were going to reference the fact that she used Matt Cardona's pool on SmackDown.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't want to stoop that low.
Anyway.
Right, let's move on to SmackDown's women, shall we? Have we done SmackDown's men yet? I'm lost.
No.
But since we're talking about
women...
women...
Know mine.
What, SmackDown men?
Yeah, you already know mine.
You sure? We know yours?
Yes.
Ooh,
I already said it.
I'm really sorry for this. I can see Irvine being very angry with me in a bed.
What? Hang on, just pause, rewind that, record scratch. Who is yours? Just because, memory like a sieve.
Yeah, Murphy.
Ah, yes, cool, okay.
I've got 3.
From Raw men?
Oh, okay. No, for SmackDown.
Sorry, for SmackDown's men, yeah. My apologies.
I've got 3. One is a legitimate one. One is a doubtful. And the third one is just really not happening anytime soon.
Okay, well, I've also got 3, so... Shall we go for the realistic one first?
No. Can we go for the joke one first?
The joke one first?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, no, trust me, it's not a joke, and I'd love it to happen. I just honestly, in my heart of hearts, can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Montez Ford.
No.
The Street Profits work too well as a tag team, so it'll never happen, but
How
I
about
reckon
you,
he could do it.
Or are you just
go on.
to you one choice?
Well, no, that's the first one. Let's hear yours.
Mine out of the joke one has to be Bo Dallas.
Wow, that is so far out the other side of a joke.
I'm just about to say...
Even Bo Dallas doesn't believe anymore. Come on.
He's not even on the flipping show. He's almost turned into JTG.
Yeah.
Just don't answer the
Bo
phone.
Dallas has gone that far beyond the bottom of the barrel. He is now in the centre of the core of the earth.
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much. That's why I said it's never happening. Joe.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's like Montez Ford. In the case of mine, I would quite like it to, whereas I'm guessing you wouldn't so much. But no, it ain't happening.
I'm so glad neither of us went for Jackson Riker, and that's not how you spell Jackson.
That's not how you spell Jackson.
Yeah. But anyway, or Chad Gable, who's now returned to Chad Gable.
Or, according to this website, still Shorty G. Don't
isn't.
mention that.
He isn't.
No, I know.
Shorty
I know.
G.
Anyway.
Also known as B squared.
What about Tawley Baldy?
No, definitely not.
What? Karen Boring? No, not a chance.
Anyway, let's go for the a legitimate one who I would love to see in the main event picture, but WWE will not pull the trigger on this person.
Okay, I've got a feeling we might say the same one here.
And yet it's somebody...
Because we've got more to cover.
Right? And it's somebody who has been paired up multiple times, and yet he somehow can't even get pushed into that main event picture. He's not being able to break that glass ceiling. And he is one half of the former Raw Tag Team Champions.
The suspense is killing me.
Cesaro.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
would
completely
love that to
understand.
happen. Oh, I'd love that to happen.
I'd love that to happen, but unfortunately it's not gonna, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
Cesaro should be in the main event picture because he is a legitimate machine working athlete who knows exactly how to present a match.
In a similar vein, I think my choice is equally unlikely, but it really should. In fact, well, it's more likely, but I don't know how far it'll go. But Big E.
No, I think
they've split him up from the rest of the New Day for a reason. So, fingers crossed. Anyway,
oddly enough, he's actually my main pick.
Big E. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My main pick for absolutely gonna happen, provided he doesn't fuck it up himself, Mr. Future of the business, may surprise you a little bit.
Go on.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
No, I know. You know what?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has literally got the world at his feet. Vince loves him. He's shown himself to be more than capable in the ring, so literally the only thing that's stopping him is him.
For those of you that don't realise that Matt Burns just turned into Vicky Pollard then.
He did ever so slightly lose the ability to form coherent sentences, but I think the gist of that was he agrees.
No. I literally just said yeah.
Yeah, but no, but
no.
I just said yeah. I went, oh, yes. I'm the one who said no.
Yeah. That's cool.
Good.
Definitely agree with Dominic Mysterio. And I'm surprised
now move on to the women's now.
Yeah.
So the SmackDown women's side.
Yes. Because we're waffling on a bit too much now.
We do need to move on because we have still got to do NXT and NXT UK, so we need to crack on. So, Irvine, your pick for the SmackDown Women Star of the Future.
Well, again, I'm going to pick Charlotte Flair.
Really? Really? Really?
I can see that pattern here.
Really?
Fuck off!
Yes! Really?
Well, then, I am going to say, in the nicest possible way, fuck off!
I've got two.
I'm going to pick the winner of from the Fly match where it turned into a triple threat after so long.
Oh, Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I am actually going to say Liv Morgan.
Because, to be honest, my choices were probably either member of the Riot Squad.
Yeah, I was just about to say, they've done enough now for me to...
Disagree with you.
You disagree? That's fine. You're allowed.
No.
You're allowed and you can kiss my ear.
Wait. I disagree with Liv Morgan. I can see definitely Ruby Riott, without a shadow of a doubt.
I do have another option if
The
they take
other
it seriously.
option of
And
mine
I've got a
is
feeling it's what
Bianca
you're about
Belair.
to say. Yes, Bianca Belair. If they push her like they pushed her in NXT and actually go through with it this time and all the way to the top, she's got all the skills to.
I can see it being pushed, seeing as WWE have been actually advertising a lot more. She's the EST, 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 EST. But then
Sorry, could you repeat that?
EST.
I can. That.
Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Bianca Belair, yes, is a good cause, but also the both members of the Riot Squad, and if she comes back after she's had her child, the third former member of the Riot Squad. I can't remember a WWE name. I just want to call her Crazy Mary Dobson because that's what she was called when I met her at an HXC show. Sarah Logan.
She is on Raw.
Okay. I didn't know, but you know how much WWE.
But she's on. She's on the injured list. She's on the absent list
because she is for the same reason Becky Lynch is off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know what brand she was on, and when does WWE stick to brands anyway? So,
Yeah, that's why I said Charlotte Flair.
Wait, I've got one more pick, actually, for SmackDown, and this is somebody who I can't wait for her to return, right, at this moment in time, because she would be an absolute amazing star. And the reason why she's off is due to outside reasons.
Yeah.
Sonya Deville.
Yes, that is also a good call. I can't argue with that.
Especially with the promos that she was doing on SmackDown before she ended up having to leave.
Yes.
Due to external sources.
Right.
Okay. On that note, shall we move on to NXT?
Do NXT UK first.
NXT.
Okay. Because you suggested it, Mr. Irvine, after you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dragunov.
NXT?
UK.
I did. Oh, no, I asked if we were doing UK or US first. And
I
Matt
thought we were
Burns
doing
very
UK.
loudly said
Let's
US.
do UK. We are doing NXT.
Now you've
UK
committed. Let's do UK. Okay.
We'll do UK. Yeah, Ilya Dragunov, even though he has been wrestling for the belt against Walter. Yeah,
They just need to keep pushing him.
I've got three people in my mind right now. And I'm pretty sure I can see all three of these debuting on the main, not just NXT UK, NXT and the main roster, dominating it, if given the push, given the chance.
All three?
All three of them.
Go on. Who are they?
Ilya Dragunov.
Yep.
Zach Gibson.
Well, he was in a tag team with James Drake on NXT. I don't know why they're not at the moment. But yeah, fair point.
And the recent acquiree on NXT UK, Rampage Brown.
Yes. To line up with that, the three that I would... Well, actually, I think there's four that I would pick who can absolutely go as far as they want to would be Rampage Brown, Sam Gradwell.
Ooh, yeah.
Welcome back. Dave Mastiff. And A-Kid. Because A-Kid has got Dominic Mysterio levels of potential.
He has, but I don't think WWE will give him that push because of his... Unfortunately...
I think they will on the basis that they've invested in him. His English is actually improving all the time. And if they don't, he will be world champion wherever he goes instead.
True, agree. But the only problem is He's not. I don't think he'll be a Vince McMahon guy, which is a problem.
Well, as far as NXT and possibly going to the main US NXT roster,
But
which
I
may
can
be as
see
far
him
as he
being a
wants to
Triple
go,
H guy,
the sky's the limit. Yeah.
if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyway,
See also, as an aside, the real, and I would argue, given how boring his counterpart is, only NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Because you never bet against an ace.
ooh, Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about yourself, Vine? Because you've gone for Ilya. Your next two.
My next
If you-
two. No,
if you have to.
I'm just sticking to one because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not making this overly complicated.
Okay. How about the women?
I don't really know any of the women on NXT UK,
Um,
unfortunately, because I haven't watched enough of it to pass judgment.
Okay.
honestly,
Yep.
it could be any of them. They're in that position where any of the ones that are currently not called Kaylee Ray could get the push and the breakthrough. But in the long term, I think the division is probably going to be built around Xia Brookside, and management seem to really like, although I haven't seen anything that raises her above the rest of the pack yet, but management seem to really like Aoife Valkyrie as well.
Yeah, but then again, you've also got on NXT UK, Miko Satomura, who's coming soon
Ah, cool.
as well,
Yeah.
which should be a interesting addition to it. But if
Yeah.
I was going to have to pick, I would love Piper Niven to go to get it, and the other
Yeah,
one would be
obviously.
Xia Brookside.
Ah, we agree on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I also think, again, potential, you have to fulfill it, but purely on potential, Danny Luna has me
Plenty.
interested, and I'm thinking if she develops at the rate that, I think they wanted to, the sky's the limit.
Yep, pretty much. But anyway,
Right.
with all that being all picked out.
Hold on. Yeah, we just have to go to main roster NXT now, or NXT US as no one calls it.
Yeah. Well, we need to get over to main roster NXT. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's a bit tough.
Yeah, because there are lots of guys, and frankly, none of them stick out as being, well, you shouldn't be there because you've got no talent. They're all fucking amazing.
Do you know who I'm going to go with?
Who?
Karrion Kross.
Go away.
When he returns.
He doesn't count.
Well,
He can't be an up-and-comer. He's been NXT champion for 3 days.
1 day.
He doesn't count. We're talking about people who have yet to reach the summit. He has neither lost a match yet. He has not lost a match, and he's been NXT champion briefly. He does not count.
I just love the fact that was just a joke, and how much of a rant I've already produced already. Anyway.
Okay. Have you got any serious choices?
I do have a few serious choices.
Okay.
Can I pick mine first? Because I've got to get this one off my chest.
Go on.
Okay.
Leon Ruff.
Tune in next week to find out why.
Did you...
Oh, fuck. Anyway, these are jokes. Genuinely, I've got two in mind.
Okay.
That wasn't a joke.
Come off it. Anyway.
Next, you'll be telling me your other choice is Ashante the Adonis.
Next, you'll be saying he'll be Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. No. Too far, Cat.
Too far, guys. Too far.
Too far. Right, okay. Come on, out with yours, Mr. Burns, because I've got about 8.
Mine is between Pete Dunne. Yes, I know a lot of people are going to say, but that's a bit biased.
Yeah, he's one of my list, but yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be a bit biased because yes, I do know him, and yes, he is from the UK. But damn, he's a talent.
He's also one of the only guys in the whole roster to have used his time while NXT UK was inactive to live in a gym. Have you seen the guy? Jesus,
pretty much.
He's in shape.
Pretty much.
Okay, so any others?
And the other one, he has come close to the summit, but not quite got there. Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, now it's me thinking you were going to say Matt Martell of Everrise.
No,
Kyle O'Reilly. Fair enough. That's cool. And none of them are any of the people that I think will be the next generation of the top guys, which is good because there's about 8 of them because I can't pick.
Irvine, would you care to go?
In no particular... Oh, Irvine? I think he didn't he? Oh, he wasn't serious. Okay, we got a serious one.
Yeah, it was. Leon Ruff and Pete Dunne.
Okay.
Keep laughing. One of these days, you'll learn the truth.
I have straight to the moon. I basically have like a buckshot approach. There's like loose thing in the cannon. I fired it and it's gone everywhere and it's hit about 50 people. But
spin them off quickly.
In no particular order. Bronson Reed.
Yep.
Dexter Loomis.
Yep.
Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Yep.
Jake Atlas.
Yep.
Pat McAfee.
No.
Fuck off.
And Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah, I can see that. Gene has. And yet, Timothy is somebody who I'm surprised you haven't tagged him with his independent cohort.
Yeah.
Which is
also. Yeah.
But anyway, we are going to have to hurry up because we have.
We need to just do. I just need to mention one more thing, by the way.
Okay.
And that would be my other pick, who is the. I know this is somewhat of a spoiler, but. Oh, no. I was going to do a joke that, unfortunately, I was a bit slow on the uptake, and Irvine has already done. Never mind. I couldn't think who the person in question was, who no spoilers for NXT. But yes, I couldn't think who it was, but it's him. Yeah, okay. Fair point. Right, shall we do the women now?
Right. I'm
Women
going to take
NXT.
a guess on who Irvine's going to pick.
For the women, go on.
Charlotte Flair?
Actually, no.
Damn it! I was actually expecting you to go for the trifecta.
No, Becky Lynch.
Oh, right, okay. You mean after all that you missed the open goal of saying Aaliyah? Come on, what's wrong with you?
Right.
No, seriously, I am a big Rhea Ripley fan.
You've been in the mountain.
He's been to the top of the mountain repeatedly. I know she's amazing and it's only going to get better, but we mean someone that hasn't got there yet.
Yeah, but she hasn't got the way to the top yet because
yes,
she hasn't been on Raw or SmackDown.
No, she's been on.
So she's been to the top of the mountain. She hasn't been in the minor leagues
on
yet,
NXT.
So
yeah, but it can only get better.
No.
No, I don't want Rhea Ripley getting put up to SmackDown and Raw.
Neither do
Because
I.
she'll
She's
get
to stay
buried.
exactly where she is.
I do.
You want her getting buried?
She won't get buried.
She will, because
I place
every
you a
NXT
bet.
person that goes up to the main roster does.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to disagree with the pair of you because I can.
You're allowed. That's
Right,
fine.
okay.
I do
Anyone who
not
isn't
agree with
Charlotte
your opinion.
Flair,
You are, however, I will
Asuka-
defend to the death your right to have it.
Wait,
I'll kiss my Irvine.
anybody who isn't Oscar, anybody who isn't Charlotte Flair or Bailey or Sasha Banks, leave! It was by WWE standards.
I don't care. I'm not listening.
Charlotte
Blah,
Flair.
blah, blah. Rhea Ripley. Thank you very much. Kiss my Irvine.
Right?
Suit yourself. Right, serious conversation then. Matt Burns, who have you chosen?
I'm stuck between Candice LeRae
Pretty much a given, yeah.
and Tony Storm.
Oh, okay, that's good, because that's neither of the people that I've chosen.
Okay?
Who will be Caden Carter, with or without Casey Catanzaro. I'm not sure if they'll keep both of them together, but limitless potential. And she who is currently being strapped to the rocket to the moon, Indy Hartwell. Genuinely think there's potential there.
Well, as a third shot, Shotzi Blackheart.
Is also a possibility, yeah, definitely.
Even though, please stop trying to break your fucking neck.
Yes, that's not good.
I'm really going to hurt your feelings now. She's been to the top already. Ember Moon.
No, fair enough. Well, technically, on a technicality, so's Tony Storm, because she's been NXT UK Women's Champion. So if you'd like to get back at Matt Burns about that.
Yeah. Well,
okay then. I'll switch it from Tony Storm and just go with Santana Garrett.
No backsies now. No backsies now. You've dug yourself a hole. Now you may stand in it.
Also,
yeah, that's fine. Wait, that's on NXT UK. She's now into the NXT American.
That is proper trapdoor. That, whatever. Also,
really
we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Raquel Gonzalez, because whether we want her to or not, she's going to the top. Because just the size of her means you can't ignore her.
Pretty much. And the fact that she does a one-arm powerbomb, that looks legitimately like she could kill you.
Yes.
Anyway.
Also.
Yeah.
Did I mention Jake Atlas? In the men's division. Okay, that's fine. I'll just...
Repeatedly. Anyway.
Okay.
We are going to have to pretty much jump on to the next subject, I believe.
I think that's covered every major North American promotion and NXT UK. So, yeah, I think that's that covered.
Yeah.
I hope the listener whose idea that topic was, that's answered your question.
As long as it was. We are going to have to hurry up because...
Yeah.
We
need to crack on, and we haven't even got into non-wrestling corner yet.
Yeah, pretty much, and we almost hit the 2-hour mark.
We do like to wrap it.
Pretty much. But anyway, let's get on to the non-wrestling topics.
Yeah! Since it's such a monumental achievement, I think we should know what we should all lead with. One-man round of applause for... winner of Turkish Grand Prix, race win number 94, that's a record. And now, 7-time Formula One World Champion, Lewis Hamilton.
Congratulations, Lewis Hamilton.
Congratulations.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, can I just point this out? Because I'm the one who doesn't watch it.
Yeah.
Congratulations on being matching the record.
Yes. Matching the record set by Michael Schumacher of 7 world titles.
Correct.
Here is to 2021, when he matches Schumacher's other record of 5 in a row and makes it 8.
Oof.
Fingers crossed.
That's a big claim.
Fingers crossed. Well, on
2
the
records
basis
at the same time.
On the basis that the new massive regulation changes, which may shake the field up, have been postponed to 2022. And we all know that for cost-cutting reasons, next year's cars aren't going to be that different to this year's. It's not a huge stretch to him think that Mercedes' domination will last one more season.
Yeah.
Which is all Hamilton needs.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you.
And at which point he'll probably, as soon as he does, he goes, right, that's it, I'm done, retired undefeated champion.
Well, the thing is, he could do that, or knowing Lewis Hamilton, he could stick around until he's got 10 or 11. You just don't know. He made allusions after he absolutely masterfully won the Turkish Grand Prix after starting 6th, that he's just getting started, which is a quite scary thought. So he could win 8 and walk away. He could stick around for another 10 years and leave with 12 or 13. You just don't know.
And he's still fairly young for a
He's
Formula
still
1
only
driver.
35.
Yeah, he's still fairly young for a Formula 1 driver, so, he could do this very easily.
Well, if you bear in mind, Kimi, 42 years old, Raikkonen is still got a drive next season and is still competitive. He's potentially got 8 or 10 more years if he wants them.
Maybe more. It just depends how the next 4 or 5 years goes, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, an astonishing achievement, 7-time world champion and 4 times on the spin now, which puts him second on the all-time list, equal with Juan Manuel Fangio and Sebastian Vettel, who, bloody hell, Sebastian Vettel reminding everyone he can still drive today. Good job there.
Yeah, he can do it.
But he genuinely seems at the moment to have caught Kimi Raikkonen syndrome in that he can only be asked about one race in every 10, and the rest of the time he's frighteningly anonymous.
Yeah. Frighteningly average.
But when he can be asked, as today proves,
Yeah.
he's still got a little bit of talent in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that.
Oh, and also, congratulations to Sergio Perez on 2nd position, and Jesus wept. Haas or Toro Rosso, one of the teams with a drive potentially available next season, sign him up, because it's a travesty that he doesn't have a drive for next season. Ironically enough, because it was stolen by Sebastian Vettel.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Racing Point are being rebranded Aston Martin next year, and apparently they'd rather have the guy who finished 2nd in Turkey and is now 4th in the championship, despite testing positive for coronavirus and missing 2 races, over the guy whose best finish was 3rd in this race and is currently 13th in the championship. Little logic fail there, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point of that was, congratulations, Lewis. As a fan of his, and I genuinely don't understand anyone that isn't, it's just kind of people who are bitter and insanely jealous, I think. He's great for British motorsport. He's possibly the best sportsman ever, and I would genuinely like to say, if he doesn't win Sports Personality of the Year this year, the vote's fucking rigged.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. Well, who in the realm of British sport has done more than him this year? Seriously.
Well, I think who in the last 5 to 6 years has done more than Lewis Hamilton.
Well, exactly, and he hasn't won it. I think he won it, after he won the 2008 championship?
Yeah.
And that's it, and they can't even look at him since. And I mean, I think after he won the 2nd, 3rd and 4th one, he didn't even get on the top 10 list, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but anyway.
Right.
Right, if we bring Matt Burns back into the room, now we've finished talking about Formula 1, any other non-wrestling topics we have to cover?
Yes.
Rock on, then.
TBT Games is arriving.
Yes. It's happening.
Now, let me just point this out. Not all of us are doing it, and some of us are going to be on it much sooner than others.
Yes, initially it's just going to be you two, because I don't even have a Twitch account, because until a month ago I didn't even know what Twitch was. But, time will tell. If you two make hilarious videos and get lots of attention for the Burning Truth and all that, I might be tempted to join in. You never know.
Matt Burns gets a lot of attention anyway because he's such a handsome man.
Oh.
There's a backhanded compliment if ever I heard one.
What?
Oh, was that not the setup for your next line, which is to tear him down once you've built him up? Because it sounded like it to me.
No. No,
Oh, okay, then.
I was being
Ooh.
wholeheartedly nice.
I
Right.
made you a cup of tea because I like and respect you. Yeah, that wasn't forced at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, most likely, we haven't got a schedule yet for whoever, but most likely it'll probably be myself who will be on the live streaming. However, we are currently building up a schedule of when we're going to be on regularly for it, but I will be pointing out the first game I'm going to be streaming
Is the one where he will be screaming.
Nice link there. I like it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the one where I keep telling myself, this is all for entertainment, this is all for entertainment. Five Nights at Freddy's. Is what I'm
Green
starting off
graphic pops up on screen. Bling! 100 gamer points. Matt Burns soiled himself.
with. No comment. Anyway, point being is I am holding off at the moment because we are just getting the schedule prepared and also additional graphics being prepared for the live stream. That is the only thing that is holding us back at this moment in time. But once that has all been prepared, we will have a schedule prepared, hopefully for yourselves, and
you will all get to enjoy it in all its multiple Technicolor glory.
Pretty much.
And in the meantime, if you have any more suggestions of scary video games that you'd like to see us play in the future, just bear in mind that Matt Burns can only take so much before he wets his pants and makes his trousers even more browner than what they are.
And screams and cries like a little girl. But if you would like to suggest games, all our social media channels are open, so fire away.
Fire away. Please make sure they're horror.
Yeah, because if you're me, the main reason I'm not doing it is because I basically drive around in circles on various racing games, and it's a very niche market, and I'm sure that most of the people in the Burning Truth, while they do that themselves, watching someone else do it, I'm not sure there's a market for it. If it turns out there is, I'm sure I'll get involved. But for the time being, let's just...
I'm sorry,
but Burns crap in his pants.
sorry, but I'm pretty sure that there is, because if I'm not mistaken, the Daytona US, Daytona driving, if they're able to do that, oh look, another left turn.
Are you talking disparagingly about NASCAR, sir? Because them's fighting words.
Oh look, another left turn. But anyway, I'm not dissing it in any respect, because it is a absolute amazing entertainment and has plenty of skilled drivers on that.
All right, coming soon to the Burning Truth Games Twitch stream. Johnny Blaze plays a full-length Daytona 500 on NASCAR Heat 5. You asked for it, Matt Burns, so you will get it.
Oh look, another left turn. Anyway.
At 220 miles an hour, 4 inches apart from 40 other cars making left turns.
Exactly. Which is skillful. In
Yes.
its own right. Anyway, that aside, that's the non-wrestling cupboard. Shall we get on to the epic wrestling moment?
Oh, good lord. Yes, let's do that.
Who shall we have cover it this week?
I think we should have Herbert cover it this week.
No.
Why, guys? Can't you please be my friends?
No, Herbert, back in the cupboard. Away with you.
Stuck in the cupboard. Come get me, boys.
No, thank you. Anyway.
You know something? I'm good. Anybody have any serious suggestions?
Irvine?
Yes, I have an excellent suggestion.
Is this for a fail or an epic moment?
I would say it is an epic fail or an epic win. It depends, really, because we reckon that the graphics guy who did Sian Michaels...
Shawn Michaels.
Sean spelled not the way Sean spells it.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of people who
It's Sean.
name is Sean do spell it, just not Shawn Michaels.
Yes, so Sian.
It's Sean.
No, it's Sean. But anyway, it's
but just
Shawn
this is the point here. He put it up not the way Shawn Michaels famously spells it.
Yeah, exactly. So
I've seen
it cracks me up every time I see it. It makes me laugh.
I have seen it myself, and it is absolutely hilarious.
It's one of them moments where you look back and you go, I never even noticed.
And what makes it even more worrying is the fact that how the hell did that slip past?
Yeah. Is it a little bit like a moment when on one of the previous generations of the SmackDown set, somebody completely different who wasn't even Curtis Axel came out, and all of the screens were saying the right name, apart from the one immediately behind him on the entrance ramp, which randomly decided to display the words Michael McGillicuddy in massive letters for no reason.
Oh dear. So anyway,
somebody
Shawn Michaels
got fired for that shit.
Yeah, I would imagine it was a P45 moment. And for those that don't know what a P45 is, a P45 in the UK is what you get to...
When you hear Vincent Kennedy McMahon's two favourite words.
It's also known as a pink slip.
Yeah, also known as a pink slip. So basically, when you are fired, you get your P45, or if you leave a job, you get your P45.
That's in the UK. That's in the UK.
Yeah.
Pink
by the
slip in
way,
America.
you broke a golden rule of the Burning Truth then, and of wrestling fans in general. You said Vince McMahon's two favourite words, and you didn't do an impression of him.
You're fired.
That's better.
Better.
That's more like it.
Because of that, son, that applies to you. Jog on.
So, there you go. It happened. Anyway, Shawn Michaels gets announced. He's literally... He was in the ring, wasn't he, when he got announced?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the graphic pops up at the bottom, how it used to, properly, but not so properly in this circumstance, because his name came up as Shawn Michaels, but Shawn was spelled S-E-A-N.
Yes. By the way, if you want to type that into Google, parental advisory, the Burning Truth is not responsible for what you may find in that web search.
Shawn Michaels. So yes, you could even... I always, as soon as I saw it, I just wondered, did that graphics guy really hate him for some particular reason?
It must have done.
Yeah, and there must have been a reason for it, however...
But then again, take into account, this was in the era of when Shawn was known as to be a dick.
Yeah.
Yes, so maybe it was a petty grudge held by someone, or not petty, I don't know, but a grudge held by one of the graphics guys over something he may or may not have done. We just don't know. But either way...
He should have been professional.
Should be P45 territory, whatever happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And on that bombshell, I think we should wrap things up.
I think that is a wise decision there. So, due to time constraints, I'm just going to do some quick plugs, be it straight away. I'm just going to recommend you all to check out the lighter side of professional wrestling, be it Botchamania, Wrestle Crap, or OSW Review. You're welcome, Matthew. You're welcome, R.D. Reynolds. You're welcome, OSW Review lads. We, of course, also recommend you check out charitable organisations like Change for Health and Wellbeing, Change Recovery Radio, Mind, Message for Mind, Don Louise Hospice Care for Children and Young People, Cancer Research UK. We, of course, also recommend you check out our fellow podcasters, broadcasters, colleagues, be it either Pull or Pass Radio Show, be it either We the Independent, that's with an I-I-E, not a Y, Think Wrestling, especially Talk Wrestling Interviews, Train Pop Culture, Hatred Theory, or all of the above. We also recommend you check out Kayfabe Music, as we do amazing custom-made music. We, of course, also recommend you check out Powered 4 TV, as they've always got building content on there as well. We of course also recommend you check out your local wrestling companies, be it either Future Championship Wrestling, United Wrestling, Pro Wrestling for You, Future Shock Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Fallen Star Wrestling, Venom Wrestling Federation, Slam Wrestling, Wolfram Pro Wrestling, UK Wrestling Alliance, I believe the Barracks Wrestling Academy, and many, many others. And in case if I've missed any, just there is an app for it, be it called Babyface Wrestling app. We of course also need to advertise the Burning Truth website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. And
now with a functioning blog.
Yes, which is regularly, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe on this week's regular weekly blog, who is James Irvine?
I've heard if he's a bit of a twat, I know that.
Well, if you really want to find that out firsthand, read the blog.
It's not a long blog, ladies and gentlemen. It is not.
It is not. But let us also point out that any of the external links that we have got on there, we cannot be held responsible for, as we have no control of them. We are, of course, also on our social media. And in case if anybody has noticed, yes, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram. Anyone who's been following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram may have noticed that there has been some multiple posts being, some posts, at least one post per day.
Yeah, I have noticed that, and there's always something to think about.
And we have actually had one topic that sort of come up today, that come up repeatedly and seems to have drummed up a massive interest, that I'm hoping to cover next week, possibly on the on the broadcast, which is best promo talkers in wrestling.
Yeah,
that is a topic that we could literally discuss for days on end. So yeah, it's well worth a chat.
Because I will point out some of the people who have actually put some of their responses on there. I will say great picks, genuine great picks.
Yeah.
But anyway, but we'll discuss that on next week's episode. Just to point that out. And of course, we are also, if you want to listen to any of these current episodes, past episodes, and everything, you can either listen to it on the website, on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Deezer, Amazon Music, and other external sources.
Yes.
You can search them all on Google.
And also on Podbean as well.
Well.
But anyway, that's going to be a wrap-up for this week. And
Special
I've noted... What?
Special outro.
Would you kindly?
I would, yes. I would very, very kindly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have been listening to Matt Burns.
Oh, no.
Myself,
we're not on that outro yet.
Oh, come on. I was really looking forward to that.
Well, we're on the mental health side.
Yeah, we haven't quite got that far yet. We need to do the mental health bit first. But you didn't make that clear, so you did kind of chop him off at the knees there.
True. And with that, I am deeply apologetic and sorry for that. I hope...
But yeah, right. Let's do the mental health message, and then let's get back to...
busyness.
Yes.
Pretty much. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as we always state, it is okay to be not okay, and asking for help isn't a weakness, because you can end up finding out that there's more care for you than you could ever know, especially during hard times and everything. But at the same time, even if you are feeling well yourself, who knows? Just even reach out and call a colleague, someone you haven't spoken to in a long while, or someone you normally speak to regularly, but you just haven't called that in that moment in time. Just give them a quick call to see how they are. You never know; you can end up making their day.
Indeed.
And with all that, of course, never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits. Quoted from Tom Campbell of Cultaholic. Make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it's necessary. And of course, if you can be anything in this world at this moment, at any time, right now, please be more kind.
Yes. And
I just did that.
always remember the first rule of progress.
Don't be a dick.
Yes. Nailed it. Right. Take 2. Outro, please, Mr. Irvine.
Are you sure you 100% this time?
Well, I'll just get it confirmed first. Are we sure,
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
All clear.
Would you like to check with your butler Smithers?
Really?
Mr. Burns is Butler Smithers, his
It's
second
one.
butler, Carl Sholton, and his third butler, you there, all have thumbs up.
And Basil Pulte. Okay, here we go again. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he's been Matt Burns, I've been James Irvine, and he's been Ivana Tinkle.
In actual fact, he is John Ballore.
Thank you.
Oh my god, what the hell? But
It was
anyway,
worth the wait
Ladies and
now.
gentlemen, you have been
Worth the wait.
listening to The Burning Truth with myself, John Bloor, Matt Burns, and a random drunken bum we dragged in off the street.
no. In all fairness, we'll do it properly. Thank you very much. You have been listening to The Burning Truth. I've been Matt Burns. To the right, normally if he was in the same room, he'd be to the right of me. He would be the voice of reason, John Ballore, and to my left would be the quintessential superstar and thought-provoking James Irvine.
You're welcome.
Provoking. That's a very nice way to put arsehole, I must say.
Of course. But until then, all of you, please stay well, stay safe. Until next episode, check out your local wrestling companies. Give a call to any family people you haven't spoken to in a while. And until next week, it has been emotional. We'll catch you then.
Bye.
Ta-ta now. Bye-bye then.